Natalia, the three
I
heroes
bet you
that,
that he's not gonna
made,
pick Alice.
that gave this ONIC PH's
Max
unbeatable
Miller.
campaign in the upper
He's gonna
bracket
pick
now banned
Beatrix
out
or-
by BLACKLIST International. Are we looking for another Lilia pick? They still go back to the
Hilda.
Matilda.
But maybe it's better this time around.
Yes.
Woo.
That's what I was
I'll make a
gonna
bet.
go for here right now. Matilda.
I've got nothing to bet.
Can dive, the Yi Sun Shin that can
Wait,
dive
you-
and kite away. It
But
is gonna
you got
be
that
really good for
pizza,
Matilda,
you got
adding
those
again
glasses.
some sort of disengage, some sort of engage. This is a complete
Yo,
hero,
Hoon,
right? When we're talking
I
about
asked,
Matilda, she can do
I
it
asked
all.
General
But
for a
let's see,
BTK.
Blacklist, they have the chance to pick up either a
For my
Beatrix
birthday.
or a Clint. And
That's why you got
also
kicked so
jungler.
fast.
What jungler do they want to go for? Perhaps maybe
Wait, did he
Gosu
actually join
Hoon,
Gosu?
but here, The Baron.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah, I
Gosu.
agree. So he's
I
No,
just
I
joined
think
it for
I think that was a
and,
mistake.
well, sometimes
No, I just joined for
Baron
MCL.
can go
Oh, you joined for
black
MCL.
level.
Yeah, the final
It
MCL
really
because
looks
the
like a
new
good
season's
level up
coming.
game against both Nathan as well as Yi Sun Shin.
Oh, yeah.
Another option is that Blue, but it's probably not the priority.
Ivan time.
Beatrix.
Yeah, I told you, Beatrix.
Not Alice.
Damn, Blacklist draft, bro. Blacklist draft. It's
needed the
literally
late
like their perfect comp.
Yeah, they want this. Literally
Is
wants
ONIC
this.
making mistake? Like,
this is Rafaela plus Barat.
Wait, so they need a mage?
And push and push. So
Or
now
do you think they're gonna go
I mean,
Nathan?
Nathan can mage too, so. But I don't think so. They already banned Brody out, so it seems like Market's gonna go Nathan for sure.
What's a good mage here?
The Lunox is, it feels a little slow. On
People.
PH, they're gonna have to
Maybe
make
Lilia,
a
Cabra?
huge chunk of
Tag?
the
Oh,
guiding
yeah,
winds
that's
to really position that Lunox. Or else, once, again, it might be the same story as game one all over again, wherein they isolate one and then it all just crumbles.
What
say
the
they go
fuck?
for it instead.
Yeah,
No.
Nathan
Nathan
mid.
mid.
Is this what I think it is? I think it, is this mid money? Is this mid money?
From so behind,
Paquito
what does he
Yuzong side lane.
Paquito mid.
Jeez.
Jungle?
It's Paquito mid.
Paquito
No, it's
mid.
not. You're right.
No.
It is Paquito
It's a
mid.
throwback to season 8.
No
Are they
way.
switching it up like that?
Yeah, it is
Throwback to
Paquito
season
mid.
7, man, when
it's
Paquito was
eight?
like used everywhere, right, as a
Oh,
rover.
I
as
That's
thought
the
it was
first
gonna
time
be-
seeing Paquito mid in the whole
I mean,
tournament.
technically, yes, it is going to be really good in that mid lane, getting some pressure.
Hatred.
there, and obviously
I mean,
it's
Hatred
also
is really good on
pressure
that
for
Chow,
Arsenal, but
so
what
I
we
guess
do
we'll
need to look
see.
at from the side of Blacklist is that
Against Farsa Rafaela, I mean, I guess
on ONIC Philippines to dive
they
them
already
first,
also got
going
Matilda.
in for the Rafaela
Reasonable,
kite back,
reasonable.
going again for those prolonged
To be
fights.
honest, I like
Whereas
Blacklist draft.
for ONIC
For
Philippines,
sure.
they also kind of strive in the late
Have the early game, they have the late game.
The Yi Sun Shin,
And
and
But,
they start
uh,
hitting
more
the time.
picks.
Yep.
Onyx has too much
Their
damage.
lack of engage did not lose
So
them
they have to
game
be
in
really
game
careful.
one. They're actually
You know,
masters
all
of
hits
this,
gonna pop off on Beatrix.
tactics where they bait out
Uranus
ONIC
is gonna do the
PH.
same thing
This
as
time,
last
though,
game.
After game one, ONIC PH, will they actually be forced
Well, Venus
into
is on
those kinds
Rafaela.
of situations? Will they be lured again by BLACKLIST International as we head
Pause, pause.
into another pause?
An intermission before we go ahead.
Bro, you're
and
literally
get into
playing
the
a
match.
hero
Fellas,
that
I'm
taps
not sure.
that taps on every skill.
Who was
Why do you need to
playing
pause
which? Was it
Delarsky?
confirmed? Yes, it is. It has been confirmed.
No, never mind. He's not Uranus. Never.
Very, very interesting. Once again,
Bro, I instantly expected.
I'm just as confused.
I
as you,
assumed
but
that he
we need
was
to
on
take
Uranus.
a look at why possibly.
Hey, is he on his other one?
Going
yeah,
up
he's
against
not on
Blacklist
Uranus.
International, the
He's
one
on
thing
his
that they
own.
lacked in that first game is that gap closer. All right? They didn't have anyone, technically not gap closer.
Bro,
but
they be
lockdown,
pausing every
right?
single
With
game.
Paquito, it adds both. You have the knockdown.
think they're
you have the
pausing to
knockout
see the
strike that
map?
can lock down
Like,
these enemies in
no,
sequence,
wherever
they're going?
and that
No,
gap closer.
you cannot talk about the game when you're paused.
Guess what? ONIC Philippines,
They can
it's
see
not
in the
like
map,
they're just
though.
changing
No,
how
the-
they play.
the
Is it
pause-
different?
They
the
also
pause
have
covers it,
that
no?
siege that they really want to go for.
Oh,
The
'cause in the
Yi Sun Shin
tournaments in
icon is
NA,
gonna
if you-
add so
if you
much
pause,
to that
you can see
banana
them.
split that we already know.
Oh,
especially
really?
that Alpha
Oh, you can, you
I
can.
think ONIC PH.
Well, it was like
they're on
literally the
same
beginning of the
string.
match.
They
Look
have
at
to
it.
be number one.
You don't
But
see
this
anything.
time
They didn't even buy
around,
their items yet.
They're refining it and they're adding more
Yeah.
elements that allow them
Let's see if you
to
can see. Okay,
fight
you can't
Blacklist
see.
on this more fluid
Why don't we have
team fight
that?
style. Yes, game one, they were more sustained. They wanted to stay in a little longer, maybe last 2 or 3 more ults. But it's very fluid. So is this right? Am I reading this right?
Who do you
That
think-
ONIC wants to fight the same way.
Who do I think is gonna
Fight the
win?
same way,
Oh,
but
I
a
think
different
Philippines
approach.
gonna win.
Well, that actually is
For
a
sure.
no, if you think about it. But at the
Same,
same time,
same.
it actually
Legit
helps
prediction.
ONIC PH
I
to
can bet my
solve
life
their
on that.
problems on
But if
the
they
go.
put
For example,
another
this
pause,
game,
maybe
it
Evilson's
was a
gonna win, bro.
one-off
Who
wherein
knows?
If they don't control the early stages of the game, eventually snowball into the mid game, they will not have any ways to solve their problems. It's just
that lady
there,
keeps
and
pointing
they
at her
will have to
watch.
wait for a mistake take from Blacklist International. Whereas this time, it's true that
You
they
know
will
why?
engage with the
Yeah,
same
ONIC time.
approach, but this time more solutions
please don't
if
say that.
ever something bad happens in the mid stages of the game. This
Or maybe
time,
it was
we
not
might
charging
see the classic
correctly.
banana split. In game number
Wait,
one,
why did they have to
didn't
play with the
many options
adapter?
for that.
Are they-
were so all in their strategy.
Why are they using the screen share HDMI Elgato?
kind of strategy, but this time we see both marksmen and a lot of
Yeah, his adapter is
lot
not
of
working.
engage potential as well. But then again, the general
I have that
weaker
same
in the
metal
early to the
stand
mid stage
for
of
my
game,
phone.
which means my God,
both
we're gonna
Epic
see
Games and
as
PC.
once again.
Honestly, right now, the banana split is going to be a really.
Thank you for the sub slow hands. Low key,
And also for those neutral objectives.
low key ONIC, but
Again, yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
Coming from ONIC Philippines, but now
I like
shift
both.
over to Blacklist, alright? Their composition.
I just got tilted a little from yesterday from
Blacklist
Blacklist.
that we all have come to love and know.
Not from Blacklist, just
Yeah,
Wise.
fine. It feels like they
From
do
Wise,
much more
yes.
than just that.
He's on Grats
But
again.
he's redeeming himself on that biases. Now he's on Barats, we'll see.
Game number one, they might actually flip the script.
Gonna see it
ONIC
again.
might find more windows where
So he
Blacklist
just needs to
have
focus
to
objectives
think on
earlier
their feet
and
because
let
looking at their
ONIC carry
lineup, yes,
making.
there's a Farsa, yes, there's a Beatrix, but they're relatively dull, or there's not much teeth here in the first few minutes.
Wait, they have this like a stand for the phone.
Reynos,
Yeah,
like,
I have that
they
too.
have to pick their fights.
I have the
Oh,
exact
really?
same
I
one.
think that's
Yeah.
it's just
Why don't you just hold it on your phone? Hold it
not
with
just
your
about
hand.
the in-game timer, but with the items that they can have.
That one's
Imagine
better.
If they do get like, well, the
No, I don't play
helmet
with-
eventually
with
or
the-
more
I don't think
axe,
they
play it
this
like
barracks,
that.
I just
all the way
put
up
it
to
there.
the Blade of Despair into the
Like when I'm eating, I put it there so I can watch shows.
Or Demon Hunter Sword. I mean, for this Beatrix, they can tear through all of the turrets and just win the team.
What was that
fights
for?
and roll over ONIC PH eventually. Then again, they don't have the hard engage. So
I swear I took a shower today.
honestly,
Why is Venus doing that?
A problem that ONIC PH will face now is
Baby Jake, thank you for the
they still
sub.
have wave clear. Like,
It's
Angel
hot.
as well as the Pakilo, if you think about it, the Eastern
It's
shape.
Miles,
But then
Miles.
again, they kind of have
Hey.
to just focus on those minions. They don't have mages like Farsa, Lilia,
It's not very long away from me.
or the
Don't worry.
Eve to actually stop this
What is this?
slow
Pause.
slow siege from Blacklist.
Even from a marksman to marksman comparison, you have the Nathan versus Beatrix. Beatrix's ults, or even a switch up of a weapon makes it so much easier. In comparison, Nathan still has to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but you know, I think
Pilarski shaking.
I think it's more about the range, right? Because the Farsa, with the Farsa, technically, what you can look for in the sieges is you're able to zone away these marksmen from hitting the minions, right? So it's not about just the pure wave clear. Because honestly, if I'm looking at both of the compositions, their wave clear, they're both equally good. One has more damage with the abilities, the other one goes for the old-fashioned way, like you mentioned, Leo. But it's all about that range. It's all about these dynamics from both of these matchups. The Farsa
It's gonna be a
will
long ass
definitely
pause.
be a huge disability for the Yi Sun Shin and the Natan. But then again, they also have this Yu Zhong. This Yu Zhong that is going to be just such a nuisance once again for the Farsa. It's all going to come down to how they execute these pushes, these sieges, these everything, and these team fights as well.
Yep, there's so much value eventually for this Farsa. as the
Oh,
first
I think they're
one
starting.
inside of Blacklist
2-1
International. It's a
goal.
one-size-fits-all kind of hero. When
Nice.
it comes to the mid-lane choices,
I mean, if the phone is
Farsa
heating
has
up,
been one of the top
you know,
priorities for teams
use
because it
this.
is a hero that normally doesn't get banned out, and it's actually
Yeah, block the
it
chat
fits
and quick
almost
chat.
all of the strategies because of that wave clear as well as the long-range vision that you get out, and there's also a stun.
Damn.
Really
wanna see how this Paquito's gonna perform.
I'm surprised.
For a double
Paquito
marksman
mid.
setup, which you know,
For real.
forced a
Look
lot
at
to
Matilda,
make those
though.
kind of situations.
She just melts him. She just puts him
Yep.
down. But
Wait,
here we
wouldn't
go.
this- why is this
We'll
miss some
explain
help?
exactly why Farsa is so important in the current metagame, as she was years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2.
Never mind,
Blacklist
I'm tripping.
International versus ONIC PH. It is indeed going to be a
You have to retreat that,
mid-lane
though.
Paquito, and I feel like it's going to play the same
Tone,
role as a
didn't you
mid-lane
say
show
you weren't gonna use
without
the
the
same
CC, but
clothes
more of a
again?
re-engaged tool.
Oh, after M3, yeah, after M3 I'm not gonna wear it.
In that top side towards Marky. I mean, this is technically
Look
what
at
you
that.
need. Yeah, all right. Marky's picking up a happy feet.
A little cheeky.
You have to time it between the Renner Blast from Oheb, who is very good at doing that, stealing things from out of nowhere, from other people's noses. I'm wondering when Venus is going to do the same, when Venus is going to go help out. Actually,
Haji.
not
Oh.
just Haji here as well. It's a 3v1.
Might be
Marky may have
dead. He's
done
dead.
uses
He's
the
dead.
sword and a stun.
Oh,
and
take the kill.
Up, and there's There's the kill. First blood. Brought to you by Razor. Goes on over to Oheb.
Yeah, very overzealous.
Brought to by
Very overextended
Razor.
for Marky. He
Where did the
knew
Razor
Boloski
come
was
from
no
in
longer
that
there.
first
Technically,
blood?
If Boloski was still there, they could have gone for something. But again, yeah, Boloski
It's
has other
on
things
there.
on his plate. He needs to be able to secure these positions and open up the map. And there you go. Kyrie going into the enemy jungle.
Yep. Well, that's what Vice also did.
Oh, Beatrix is hella far away.
Kyrie jumping in.
Oh, hey,
looking
Beatrix?
low. Flicker already used
Well,
up.
I mean, why is this use the first skill that
Hits and
quick?
they disengage.
Might be pressuring the mid lane as
Oh.
well. As look at this Uranus just being a problem against this Yu Zhong. It's actually when it comes to the Yu
So
Zhong
far,
versus the
really good for
Yu,
Blacklist.
just to cut the waves.
Yeah, he got poked really hard here too. But Yuzong's coming in with the ultimate.
Oh, Black Dragon form.
Jungle Gap!
Already. Haji
Retreat!
Turtle secured here by the STB with the help
That was a
of
really
Kylie.
late retreat.
And that's going to be one down wise.
Oi.
Better airstrike by
Oi,
Haji.
the airstrike.
Taking a few hits and they go ahead.
Bro, they
and
might have to ban
retreat.
Uranus from
Huge
now on.
trade, though. Huge swings on the map.
Yeah,
That was hella annoying.
Side of Blacklist International, sure, ONIC PH, they were able to steal away the turtle. That
Yuzong got a kill, though.
I'm confused. Because it's good for both of them, right? Kyrie
Linty,
getting
thank you for the sub.
assist, getting that turtle,
Appreciate
and
it.
also just scaling really well right now, over than better than Wise at this point. And
Not bad now, 'cause they picked up one kill from that.
Oh, wait a minute.
And then they got the turtle as well.
You were saying, Warren.
For what?
Alright, so he's really
For
building towards that Warx.
Kyrie.
And again, for Yi Sun Shin, this is one of the crucial items that you need to get early on to secure that. Those sides are going to matter a lot.
Barat dying there.
Team fights in the push
And losing his
everything
turtle
you
is
do
really huge.
is going to rely on
He's
that
so
right
delayed
now.
in the
And
farm now.
Philippines, they need to just keep on scaling until those item power spikes
Ooh.
hit.
Yep. Which really makes me think that ONIC PH will try to play this slowly. As long as they're keeping their turrets, they're fine. Make sure that the mid-lane turret will not be touched by Blacklist International. However,
Pampus,
Blacklist International,
you're
they're just
3
gonna be
minutes.
waiting for their
Miru,
timing as
thank you for the
well.
sub.
If there are 2 items available for OEV, I'm assuming this will be the Demon Hunter Sword after the Blade of Despair. Couple that up with Haji's damage out from the Clock of Destiny.
Sheesh, just Farsa.
The siege potential from Blacklist International,
Oh.
especially with 2 frontliners, it's gonna be great. And ONIC PH, they don't have the wave clear to stop that from happening.
And again, just in that moment earlier, this fight down here, it's a dance-off. It's two very chunky heroes going in mid.
Yeah, how is it
Haji
Nathan
alone,
anymore?
able to fight off 3 and clear the wave.
You just-
That's how
did you hear
important
that?
Farsa is in this game, and that's how great the wave clear is for Blacklist International.
Listen to what
This
just
currently
casted.
4 minutes in. On
Leo.
want to set something up. They're blasting Haji from the bottom. Kyrie still has a skateboard. It's eponymous skateboard.
Nick's waiting for his purple buff, and then the turtle will appear in 3 seconds. Edward most likely will just
Oh, they
proxy
switch
the waves,
lanes.
cut it out, or maybe even join the fight. He's actually coming forward and might be joining the fight.
Watch out. They
Oh,
start with
Farsa,
a fire
you're
strike.
wasting
4
ultimate.
men from Blacklist International set up for the second turn.
Kyrie?
Bone Chakra, they know
No
exactly
way, free
what
turtle
they're doing.
again?
Coming in with the black dragon.
Barat's going in.
The queen.
Oh, no!
And they catch so many bullets from
That's a
Oheb.
disaster.
That's gonna be
That's a
one
disaster
more.
for
It's a
Blacklist.
2 for 1. Wise. Be wise. Traded for
Oh,
the Larky.
no,
They're not done.
why?
They're not done. Marky tries to blast down Edward, and they disengage. So far, ONIC is
Turtle's
able to
so
get away
easy.
scot-free.
Yeah, and not just
The
that.
thing
they
is,
get
once they
turtle and
decide
now
to
they're
give it up,
pushing in.
they cannot go
Remember,
back in just
ONIC
like that.
they
Barat's
have
alone.
this
Barat's
opposition
just gonna
that's
die.
kind of weaker here in the early stages.
Damn,
Managing
Wise
to
is
get
playing
the
rank
lead
game right
is
now.
going to be insane. Just going even alone, or maybe even 1,000 gold behind, it's going to be
Come back
fine
on
for
the
them.
YSS.
But guess what? They are in the lead right now, picking up the good fights, and look at how they're playing these team fights. Perfection. The winning condition really shining through here for ONIC.
And that's because of this Yu Zhong coming up from Delarski. He did die in the clash, but we managed to find Wise as well as my.
And Farsa really used the ultimate really early, yeah. Still not end of the world, you know. Even gold.
They're finding it.
They're even
and
gold.
It's a 2v1.
Kyrie is super fed, I think.
They've switched their lanes.
Even though he has
after
0
the
kills.
second turtle, and Kyrie coming in, threatening a kill onto Edward.
Edward has the backup.
Bottom lane.
Oh,
And
nice
kill
pick up from
the
Wise right there.
Of Wise. And
Wait, how did he die?
confidence
How did Matilda
now
die?
Take that tier 1 up top.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll never know because there's a camera gap.
Turtle, but Blacklist, they are looking for the trade.
Oh,
Marky getting sniped,
Pope.
and this is where he needs to recall.
Oh, Marky might be dead.
Wise and Venus.
He doesn't have flicker.
Savaged. It's too much to
dead.
survive.
No way.
Wise gets that,
Bro,
and they will
what?
convert directly
How?
into this tier 1.
Oh, let's see.
Eh, Paquito?
Oh, there
Eh?
Get in my belly. Flicker already used up. Beloisi gonna get spotted here. Wise still
Yo,
stomping
Barat's
away.
damage.
They retreat.
What a great pickup coming up from BLACKLIST International. Because of the death of Baloyski in the mid lane, was no one to actually supply the vision for ONIC PH.
Oh, Matilda didn't have flicker. Understandable.
BLACKLIST International took full advantage of
Oh,
that.
Hatred so close to biting
And
him.
this Paquito mid is not working well so far.
Up top, Dilarski still
Oh.
trying to take down
Wait.
Baloyski and Dilarski. The Ski Brothers, here comes the rest of BLACKLIST International.
Is he Rain?
Here goes Black Dragon form, they answer back.
Wait a minute.
With the passion, blasted him with that synergy.
Oh, really?
And look at the
Eh?
Dilarski, he's low,
Eh?
right in the middle of all of them. Taken down by the sniper. Point.
Why is one shot? Why is one shot? Why is one shot?
Kyrie secures a third turtle. Was that worth it? A body for
Oh,
the turtle.
how?
This point for ONIC PH, that's okay. As long as it's not.
Oh, Paquito.
And Marky. Oh, Hatred.
Swing back, they answer. Edward puts a few stacks of the Ionic Edge. Marky to the rescue, cutting.
Kyrie's securing every turtle
As I
though.
was saying,
It's just,
it's gonna
I
be
feel
a
like their
good trade,
communication is very,
because of
very
the fact that it's not Marky who's dying. It's
disconnected.
As long as Marky
Seems like
as well as Kyrie are,
they're not playing as a
are
team.
okay, are getting
They're in
on
the fights.
farm.
Dilarski
It's
going
okay.
in
But
again
then
again
you
like
have to be
that
careful if you're
with low
Dilarski. Maybe
HP.
that's their last death. Eventually, ONIC PH will rely on the tankiness of both Baloyski
Oh.
and Dilarski. Both of them not having the best.
I feel like this battle's gonna be huge.
But that is the best that ONIC PH can rely on in this game. Eventually, the lineup of BLACKLIST International can burst down these fighters.
Adapter
So you have to
gap.
Take note of not dying so that you get the farm for all
You
those
should be
defensive
putting in the
items.
kill with
Wise already
Wait, not bad. This is not bad.
Cancels it.
Oh, this is not bad.
That's gonna be a forward.
Oh my
entropy,
God.
and down goes Wise. Enough firepower
Here comes with the Wise
to go for the
special.
counter-engage.
No YSS, no win.
A defensive-
No YSS,
When you
no
compliment
win.
him, he dies.
This, the
When you
queen says
compliment
we
him,
can
he
try to
dies.
take this.
Exactly,
Go
bro.
ahead, defend bottom lane. Oh, Kyrie getting
Oh!
damaged. And
Oh!
massive crits onto the
Oh,
Filipino
that's
sniper.
so-
2 free kills plus a turret down bottom.
That's
ONIC
over.
Back on the map.
Like we said
Kyrie
in the
that?
draft, it is this huge zone that's just been crucial in these team fights. Look at the timing that Dilarski is able to use that Black Dragon form. He didn't do it initially. He waited up until Farsa was in position, then he pops it. That's where Haji, he just can't go for that feathered airstrike anymore. Now with the Lightning Truncheon build,
YSS seminar?
more damage. But the thing is, when are you going to use that ultimate? You have to have that perfect timing and the perfect positioning. That's not
Damn,
gonna
Owe
happen,
really,
man. Dilarski
like,
is so on
put
point
his guard
with this
off,
Black
look-
Dragon
walking to the
form,
bush
and
like that.
already using those pushes, those sieges, utilizing the Natan and that Isun Shin.
Watch out for the map. It's a little bit of a split push for ONIC PH as they want to use Hatred on the mid lane role to show the middle ways up top.
Oh, it's a full-on engage.
Oh, good poke on that. Yuzong though. Yuzong.
And he's taken out by Wise on the retreat.
Pause.
No
Adapter.
damage at all on the
Adapter
side
gap.
of
Pause.
PH. As Baloyski gets stunned and still survives.
My man's getting seminard on the Uranus.
Why'd he go back?
Lord, you're taken down.
I know, bro.
Almost half health. Here comes Hit.
Eh, Paquito!
Four-man, a 3-man. He's dashing around. Mountain Shocker. Kyrie trying to keep his mid laner alive.
Ooh.
And airstrike set in.
Oh!
Takes him down. Traded for his own life.
Oh, wait,
it's
how-
a messy team fight for BLACKLIST.
Oh,
and
Uranus survived,
ONIC.
okay.
Neither want to give up this Lord.
Well played by ONIC Philippines. That should have been them losing every single time with Dilarski dead. But look at the way they're able to just save time, get some time.
Kyrie is
before
still 0 deaths,
Dilarski to
though.
spawn back. Sure, that was Hatred picked off, but it's a mid lane for the mid
If
lane. Now
YSS
with
gets
Dilarski here, it
fed
is
late game
much
against
better
that team
for
comp, I
side
don't know.
PH.
Would be really
Yeah,
tough.
this is crazy. As
Dilarski needs to be
really
more
just
careful with his
relies on
positioning
his
and respect the
Yuzong
enemy
ultimate
team's
to
damage.
Really mess up with against
Like
BLACKLIST
you
International.
ulting as a
And then,
Yuzong,
of course,
it
Hatred
doesn't mean that you become
sniping,
invincible, right?
Haji. Was it worth it? Because they still lost one hero for that. So 1-for-1 trade-off. I guess the answer is yes, because at least they stopped the Lord take from BLACKLIST International. But you have to be very careful about ONIC PH. BLACKLIST International is a team that really punishes.
Damn,
those
imagine
teams.
Blacklist
When
just
it
picked
treats
Matilda
your
instead of
favorable for
Rafaela.
ONIC PH, it seems like BLACKLIST International just finding ways to even up the trade or even just one-up ONIC PH because of their small movements in the game. For example, really just poking this Dilarski Yuzong to the point where he's forced to use the ultimate.
Now let's take a look at the items here with Kyrie building up already the BOD, all right? This is where he is going to be so powerful.
I already got the
next item
BOD,
is gonna
damn.
be the Malefic Roar or the DHS consider.
DHS,
yeah, it's going to be either one, all right? It's preference.
YSS on DHS.
Starting it up with the feathered airstrike.
Oh no, I don't
Not
like this
good. I mean,
ultimate.
if it's
Way
used
too
for
early.
vision, they do have that. They need that to be able to open up the map. And
Yeah.
Oh my God,
spotted
Olaf.
by Marky. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, wait, that's
but
Marky.
Baloyski will not fully commit.
My bad.
once bitten, twice shy, Baloyski.
Yeah. There was a time
They're
when
contesting this.
Marquis
Paquito is still top
bad
lane.
boy by
They should drop
Mr.
this.
himself, and that is the
Wait,
reason why.
Kyrie's
Here
just
we
doing
go,
it.
Circle
No way.
Eagle plus the Black Dragon form Lord at about a fifth.
Wait,
of
why
its
not
health.
drop it?
Wise Denton as well.
Wait, why not drop it?
Kyrie gets blasted with the feathered airstrike. That's the Lord secured by
Oh.
squeeze. There's a knockup. 3 down for the side of ONIC PH. Blacklist International punishes the micro mistakes as Baloyski bites it. Edward takes his head. It's only one left. It's just hatred.
A huge mistake for ONIC PH, not just the timing of that fight, but
Ow.
look at the members. Hatred
I
was
thought
nowhere
they were gonna
near
win.
that Lord, and they still
What?
forced it out. That was them getting over.
Are they? I think they're nervous or like something. Like these are the mistakes they never make.
Wait a minute. They can end.
They don't have the way
You can still
clear.
win,
They
though.
have
Yeah.
Martin as
Nah,
well.
they lost this game.
Way too much. Via the feather airstrike and the Nibiru's passion, Mountain Shocker to help clear the waves and push back Blacklist. It's not gonna end. Not here.
Sheesh.
That is going to be so
Kyrie made a
bad
really
for
big
ONIC
mistake
PH,
there,
man.
bro.
They've lost that inhibitor turret in the mid lane.
Very, very big
the side
mistake.
lanes are bad, but that mid lane is going to be bad, even worse here, as they're just, wait, they might just go in for the
They're
push.
not letting go. Look at where Edward is. He's putting so many
Oh.
stats on the people.
Oh my God, Farsa, bro. Farsa might be the key hero for both teams, actually. They should stop giving Farsa first pick.
Turret down bottom. Top lane going to be next up on the docket for Blacklist International. They are calculated. They are taking down these turrets surgically precise. There's another.
Oh my God, how many ultimates is Farsa using? What's the cooldown on that shit? 2 seconds?
He's gonna survive. There's a Mount Shocker landing on.
Why is there
all
no
5
mana,
members of
though?
Blacklist International, but they're not done.
Oh, isn't this too
Weaving
much?
in and out, stinging
Seems a
like
little too
bee.
much from
There's a
Blacklist.
backup, down goes
But
Edward.
oh, have
Huge
damage.
punish from ONIC, but the
Oh,
Filipino sniper
oh my
takes it from
God.
the back. Pew!
Wait, did he
Ow!
just snipe that?
Kyrie goes down, Donarski as well. 3 defenders
Oh my
left,
God.
but it's not done. Not
I didn't
quite.
see
And
it.
as Hatred gets taken down again.
Bro,
Oheb,
Oheb,
dual wielding, taking him down with Nibiru, circling Eagle. by
Mark is
Baloyski.
trying his
He's got
best.
out. Second time in the past 2 minutes.
Oh,
He's
his
still alive.
ultimate's gone.
They were trying to distract him, but it's not gonna happen. Mark, he gets taken down by Haji. Max range. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wipeout. Game number 2 going over to Blacklist
Oheb is
International.
The
disgusting.
Filipino sniper, what was that? Look at him, he's hyped. Don't give this
He's a
man a hero with guns. Ban out the Clint, ban out the Beatrix. At this point, ban out the Layla from this
What
man.
the fucking throw?
I was really
Let's
just
raise the bell on the layer.
amazed on how Edward
How does he
used
snipe
his
like
Uranus. That Lord fight, that crucial
I'm
Lord
trying to play
fight, I
Beatrix
will
right
credit
now.
it once again
I
to
mean,
both Edward and
he's just
Haji.
that
The
good.
Farsa
He got a hug from Cardi,
Uranus
right?
making sure he
That boosted him.
And they time it well because there's